Alright, so we back. Listen, they just dropped an update, massive update for UFC 6. Added a few new fighters, added Kevin Vallejos, added Euros Medic, and Tank Abbott. But on top of that, there were gameplay changes as well, you know, for the quality of life for the people that play this game, and just trying to help out the community. So to help y'all out, you know, I'm just going to, go over the things that were kind of changed. Now, first of all, the main thing changed that I cared about, which is one of the reasons I wasn't even playing ranked. So ranked videos are going to be coming more in the future. But the main thing there was they fixed the takedown bail issue where you could do takedown bails without having a stamina advantage. That was crazy. You could shoot like, that's how you would have people shoot like 50 and 60 takedowns in a game. And I had a game where somebody, I might post it later, but this is more important. But I had a game where somebody shot like 5 of 47 on takedowns. It was ridiculous. So they fixed that. By the way, takedown bails are when you shoot the takedown and then you tap R2 to cancel it in the middle of the animation and then you'll come up in like over-under. So, again, that was a major change. They fixed a issue with pulling guard on takedowns becoming undeniable when there was a strong setup. They fixed a animation that led to cage single legs from the open stance being performed in an incorrect manner. They fixed the animation for getting up from backside position. And there was a rare animation issue where striking from single under was kind of bugged, so they fixed that as well. And there was also an issue with fighters where they were struck while attempting over-under clinch the entry from open stance. So they fixed a few of those in the grappling, and then for the perks in the flow state as well, they updated perks where basically if you had 100 on the perk, I guess it wasn't adding the boost or all that. So now they fixed it where perks, even if you have maxed out, which of course is 100, it still applies a boost. So the perks they did that for were like Stinger, Tiger, Reaper, Lancer, Spindrift, Bonesaw, the point down for slipping your head, Tank, Bulwark, Kraken, Electric Eel, Anvil, Quicksand, Checkmate. They even did it for Escapist, Last Stand, Revenant, Groundskeeper, which Armon has, and Hot Blooded, which is for throwing strikes in the first 2 rounds, and also Perpetual, which is rounds 3, 4, and 5. That's more your Max Holloways, your Sean Stricklands, and I believe your Nick Diaz type of fighter, where if you hit people with, when they overextend, they have less stamina, it was supposed to add a damage boost or something along those lines. And on top of that, they made it so when you go to the training area for the training manual, you can see the base effects on these perks and how they were changed now, just in case you want to get more insight on it. As I get a KO with Kevin Vallejos. That's kind of how you use them, by the way. Just keep pressure, keep your distance, and on top of that, find your shots. We're going to the next fight, but we're just going to keep going through this. Again, with the striking, there was an update for the improvements of responsiveness, which also, we love that. We love being more responsive. They fixed that issue that me personally, I was seeing in like day-to-day play, which was they fixed a rare instance of ghost hits against fighters using head movement or when they were blocking. So I would have things where I would be either doing my thing where I would drop my guard low and you walk backwards, which is a little bit faster than just blocking and walking backwards. And I would walk out of range and someone would throw like a straight or one, and it would clearly not hit you, but you would get the hit reaction. And I was like, okay, and the sound cue on top of it, which means the hit counted. So they fixed the ghost hit. They fixed the issue causing frontal strikes to sometimes track during side lunges. So basically, teeps, straights, things like that. If you would lunge to the side, they were still tracking you. And improved responsiveness for fighters after leg kicks land. Previously, there was an awkward pause, apparently, before either fighter could act. So they got that out of the way. And they fixed a rare animation issue that caused some uppercuts to wrap around the striker's back. However, they did fix that. I never saw that, where my uppercut was wrapping around somebody's body, but hey, if they fixed that, shout out to them. Also, there were specific fighter updates. Anderson Silva got a Superman punch added. Our boy Carlos Prates had his cross changed from fast to heavy. So that does make it slower, but that also makes it hit harder. I'm cool with that. Y'all know I'm a Carlos Prates aficionado. Carlos Prates video is coming soon, but I'll probably just redo it now that he has the heavy cross, so y'all can see the animation changes. Also, Medic, great with his power, his speed, and he has like Lancer. He has Lancer, Reaper, and the straight punch perk. So everything is good with that 97 power. Also, we added Tank Abbott. So here's Tank Abbott right here. He does have 100 power, but he has a heavy jab, he has a heavy cross, and he has 88 punch speed. So really, the way you got to use him is shot selection, because my God, is he slow. You will probably never see me use Tank Abbott again, but it is fun for the allure of having 100 power with a bunch of heavy strikes, because if you can find the window, you'll get people going. He has 96 ground striking as well, so if you drop them, just jump on them. I know people like to let people get up. Listen, I threw a crazy combo there, that's why I couldn't jump on him. But yeah, more likely than not, word of advice, just jump on people if you knock them down with Tank Abbott. It'll be better for you, I promise. And then on top of that, back to the fighter update specifically, they added Demetrius Johnson got a rear hook animation change. We altered Jose Aldo's lead hook animation, so I'm guessing that's to look more like Jose Aldo, because we know he loves his lead hook to the head and especially to the body, like how he did Jeremy Stevens, where it's a little bit more extended with some like torque on it. So shout out Jose Aldo animation changes. We fixed Kamaru Usman's perk assignments, and they set his jab and cross to heavy, like what he used against Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal, where they're now heavy strikes, and they're set to level 5, which, me being a Kamaru Usman guy in UFC 5, really was a necessary change. Very much a necessary change, because if we're talking about Prime Usman, he's not the best striker, but he has a really, really good 1-2. Does he have hooks? No, they wing a lot, but his 1-2 is tight, it's powerful, he knew how to time it, and he also had a good teep and a good lead body roundhouse. So those weapons should be his best weapons in the game. And then you should use your cardio to more so, you know, get as the weapon. So you use your 1-2 to set up your range, you put a little pressure on him, and next thing you know, boom, you're more likely at a stamina advantage, and you're dropping people with your 1-2. So that's how you're supposed to use Kamaru Usman. So that's a big change for me, him and Carlos Prates. And then Ken Shamrock, not a big deal. I don't really use him. We get the overhand right here with Tank Abbott. And like I said, jump on him, 96 ground striking. They're going to get out of here. They're going to quit, but it's okay. We're going to go to the next fight. We're going to get one more fight in, just, you know, so I can get these patch notes off. So as you see, there's Carlos Prates. There's a medic. Shout out this fight. But back to the other assignments that were changed on the fighters. We had attribute changes for Max Holloway. We increased his combo levels, because I'm assuming this is more likely for lightweight. Featherweight, he felt cool, especially the alter ego one for what is it, his fight against, I like to use my featherweight because of the alter ego shorts for his fight against Calvin Kattar, where they have the Muay Thai split on him. That's my favorite Max Holloway. However, at lightweight, I'm hoping they did a good change. I have to look into it a little bit more because, again, this came out today. So I'm hoping it was more so for him having more power, because I believe he had 89 power at lightweight. But if not, having busted and boosted move levels still works for me. Again, Miguel Pereira, Cage Superman Punch, and increased combo levels. That's cool. Sean O'Malley has a new signature cross. They changed the animations around. I'm guessing to be more realistic and to cut out the issue of, I guess, he had frame cuts in his old animations. Waldo Cortez Acosta, attribute changes. Vanderlei Silva, increased combo levels. And Yair had an added signature lead jumping switch kick, which is cool. We also had locomotion improvements, which is how they move around. That was for Angela Hill, Corey Sandhagen. I'm a Corey Sandhagen merchant. Sean O'Malley, and Nate Diaz. So shout out that. And there were a few more just general fixes and miscellaneous fixes. So there was an issue with the middle finger taunt. So maybe when we get Hokic in the future, that's fixed. But I mean, are we really that tempted about, you know, flipping the bird to somebody? It is what it is. And yeah, so the next thing coming up from them was they had feedback saying the community needed things with stamina and counters, flow state balance, and fighter reach. So they're going to be working on that in the future. And I'm kind of excited. The team seems like they're going in the right direction. UFC 6 seems to be going overall a good spot. As long as we get stamina changes and we keep getting fighter uniqueness changes, and we get fighters every month, I think we really do have a good game on our hands. Like I said, more ranked videos coming as well now that they made these fixes. And leave thoughts in the comments for fighters you want to see, like fighters you want to see anything you want to see from me personally, and I'll try to get to it. But like I said, Carlos Prates video coming soon, Conor video coming soon, Max Holloway video coming soon. Obviously, because those fights are next week. So, shout out that. That's about it from me. That's good from the community. And, you know, like, subscribe, share the video. And, yeah, I appreciate all this that's been going on. My channel's been growing. We just hit, like, 200 subs. And we got, like, 50 subs in, like, a month. So, I'm really happy with the community that's growing. I appreciate all of y'all. And, yeah, that's about it from me. Land that head kick as he's falling. And I'm out. See you in the next one.